Hi guys, I am Crystal Sky, and today we are going to be going over my Hobonichi Techo 2017 cousin. And now that it's over, it's ripped, it's done, it's out of its cover. The cover's already on the new one. And we're just gonna look over what I did and what I used it for. So it's just a 2017 recap. Now I do have a fox sticker on the front. Even though there was a cover on it, I really like the fox sticker. I have two Tokyo Pen Shop stickers in the beginning and just some washi tape. Any washi tape that I got, I plan to test here. And I only did some of them, so. Any dates that I needed to really know, I put in here. So, so this specific date was the 1-year anniversary of Learning to Draw Weekly. And in 2006, this was when Learning to Draw Weekly started. 2016 is when Learning to Draw Weekly started. I used these for any important dates. I used it for tracking health stuff. I used it for a whole bunch of stuff. Eventually, I used it as a page finder. It's for anything that I needed to know. So, or I needed to know where it is. So, in February, day 11th, there is a poem that I particularly like, and the title is here. It's called Defeated. My favorite macaroni and cheese recipe is on May the 4th. So, I kind of used it as a index, which is helpful. September 15th, I used Inktober. I put the Inktober rules in here so I would know. And so on and so forth. I used that. It was pretty helpful. These were really just for reference. I do this every year with the Hobonichi. I go in and I put in my birthday, my mom's birthday, my family's birthday, and any dates that I want to remember, like New Year's Eve. If it's in Japanese, I'll translate it. Put some washi tape in here, some stickers. I don't always decorate, but sometimes I do. Depends on what I want to do. Anything really important, like for Learning to Draw Weekly, or stuff that I need to keep track of the days in a big spread. This was the 30-day challenge that I did on my channel at the beginning of the year. So I numbered each day, and at the end here I got off because my gallbladder died. So I wrote that in there. That was when I went to the ER trip. And then, yeah, anything really important. Birthdays especially are in here. Flight dates are very helpful to be in here. Some games that I particularly wanted to keep track of. There's not that much in here. As I said, it's just for keeping track of things that I want to do. Specifically want to make sure that I do. And then we get to December and January of this year, February of this year, March of this year, and as you can see, it's just filled in. So originally, because I got this book way after February, I was gonna use this as a dream journal. I have dreams and I don't remember them often, so when I do, I like to write them down. And I ended up just doing it in my phone because it was easier. But I did like having a dream journal. It was just easier to do on my phone because I can type on my phone without barely opening my eyes, which is usually when I remember it. So these just ended blank. I left them open in case I wanted to do more. And then I got my my planner, and this week, I don't remember when, I had all of the ideas are marked with a little, like a light bulb. And then I started doing things that I did to keep track of things that I did. I have story ideas all along here. This is a story idea, this is a story idea, this is a story idea. These are videos that I upload on specific days. That evolved eventually. Like I designated a Sunday to be art days. That changed over the week. This is a story idea. This is an idea for Learning to Draw Weekly, which I believe I did. It was a challenge to draw what you fear, so I had to specifically study, I'm petrified of spiders, and I had to specifically study spiders and then learn how to draw them, and it was horrifying. That video's on my channel somewhere if you want to go take a look at that. let's see what else is on these pages. Just birthdays on the bottom here. I use the Erin Condren stickers. I cut them down a little bit and use them as birthday tabs. They're super pretty and they add a lot of color besides just the writing, so I'm a big fan. Again, ideas. So if you see any ideas, if I bought something, there'd be a price next to it so I can count it up at the end of the month. YouTube stuff is all down here, so we'll just go through this pretty quickly. I had a Golden Girls Day, so that was February the 15th, which was nice. Anything that really like left an impression on me, I wrote down. I have a lot of ideas in here that I won't be filing this away quite yet. I want to see if I can turn any of these ideas into like comics or something. So this will be on my desk for a little bit longer, even though it's past 2017, because I have a lot of ideas in here. Once I get them all out of this book, either in a notebook or in a sketchbook, then it'll go away for next year's to take its place. So we have a lot of days. So today, sometimes I mark down if I do a batch record day. Today is one of those batch record days. I'll be recording for the entire week. And this is particularly marked down so that I need to remember. Like, we got a new router on that day because our internet wasn't so good, so I wanted to keep track of how long that router would last us. I got an Elgato gaming thing, so the sticker from that just went in here. Any stickers I pick up along the way just kind of find their way in here. I have streaming days, prices again of stuff I bought. I eventually started using stamps. I love using stamps, but it just was too much for me to do every week. So I would go in and I would plan out meals and stuff with the meal planner. I had to keep track, especially right then, of what I was eating because I had a gallbladder problem. So I had to stay on a gallbladder safe diet, and if something didn't agree with me, I had to make sure I knew what it was. So I kept all that down. But at the same time, it was a really big pain for me to do this every week. So as you can see, as it went on, it looks beautiful. The spreads look really pretty. I love all the colors and all the stamps and everything, but it was just too much. It's just too much. I'd love to do this again if I have more time, but I don't have the time, which is sad. I'd like to have the time, but I love this washi tape that I barely used it. I'm afraid to use it. There's even like story ideas with even little sketches in here, which is super cute. We'll go through this a little bit more quickly now so you guys can see. Like, here's where I stopped planning my meals because I stopped needing to, and then I went on a cruise, so I was away. I didn't even bring my planner with me, so it's all blank, right? And then I just kept going because we had people here and then they flew out, and then I got back into recording my YouTube stuff and my stream stuff, and then I was in another trip, so of course I barely brought that. I barely used my planner because I was on vacation, so barely used it. I didn't bring everything with me. And then I'm back on to recording games and stuff that it came out that's interesting. Again, I'm still in Jersey at this point. And then I get back and I start recording stuff again. So as I do YouTube, it's very important for me to plan out YouTube stuff because I need to plan out YouTube stuff and school stuff, but I didn't do any school stuff this year. I skipped school this year. So it's pretty much all just meal stuff for when I was sick and then YouTube stuff. This is where the stamps ended and I just started drawing them in. We'll just go through this really quick. Doctor appointments are, of course, recorded in here. Anything that I bought or any, like, specific release date that I wanted to keep track of. We have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, bent the page a little bit there. I want to make sure, keep track of the hobonichi sale, and then I wanted to see how much I would spend, which ended up being almost $70. I wrote down 90, but I cut some stuff out of my cart. And then I get back into using it again, because I start to get serious about YouTube again. I took like 2 months off and I'm in there, I'm ready. These are some more Learn to Draw Weekly ideas, right? There's a lot of stuff that I do, and I started doing it with washi tape. This actually ended. This is a roll of washi tape. You just go like this with the washi tape and it comes out. And that ended, so I stopped using it because I didn't have any more. But I would separate my to-do list, which is bullet journal format, to my YouTube and my stream stuff. And then every once in a while you'll see like a stamp or a sticker. So that worked for me for a while. Until I got to October, where I was way too busy to do anything. And then I got back into writing for a little bit, and then I'm back off again. When I get really busy, I can't think of doing anything else. I just don't have the time. So this is my dad's birthday. More YouTube stuff came up. Again, another blank week, so December. All of December is blank. And then we get to this part. And the reason December is blank is because I used this in my new one. So December isn't blank just because I stopped using it. I started using it again here, and then once I got to a certain date where it was open in the other one, I started using the other one. I cannot wait to use my new planner every year, so I just start working in it. So I've been using my planner since then. So this is where I started at the beginning of the daily pages, at the monthly daily page opening here. I put a quote from any of my favorite shows. I have a whole quote book that's in the front cover of my planner. So I just picked that, and that's what I started. And I decided at first that I was going to use these for drawings. Beginning of January last year, it wasn't nearly as good as I am now. Which is funny, because I wouldn't consider myself good to begin with, but you know, was not as, I definitely think I got better. This is an idea for a mystery. And some days I didn't use it because I don't need to write down a million things every day. But this is actually the day I got my hobonichi, so these are all pages before I got it that I filled up with story ideas and pictures and stuff. I started using it as a way to get my days. Like what I did that day, if I did something interesting, like I went to the Florida RV show and I taped it in here. And I started doing that for a while, and that was just way too much time to do. It took me a million years. This is a quote, I don't remember from who, because it's not noted here, but just continuing, and then I started doing it again. And then I stopped, and every day, every month, there's a quote. Then I used this because it's very important. It's the color wheel. So for artists, it's super important. More drawings. I really like doodling and stuff on this paper. It really makes me feel comfortable. It's very nice paper. If you guys can see everything clearly. This is that poem that I said, called Defeated. This is a picture of my old house. This was around the time that we moved. I did get very depressed at some point during that move. So I stopped using this. This is a review. Whenever I do a full in-depth review, I write down the entire thing, the price comparisons and everything like that. So this was the script for the review. More stuff. This was pictures inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. This was the 30 days of learning. I planned out every single day up to day 19. More drawings, and then I planned out every day up to 30. I ended up not doing these last two because my gallbladder died. So the 30 days of learning is actually not finished. It's actually missing 2 days, the last 2 days. Isn't that crazy? It's actually missing 3 days because I wrongly numbered them. Anyway, this was the Stillman and Byrne versus Global Arts watercolor sketchbook video. I don't know if that ever released. I don't know if I finished doing that. But I just released the Global Arts watercolor sketchbook review in its entirety by itself. So, 8 months into learning to draw weekly celebration. Then these were just ideas, I believe. More drawing. I was thinking about making a WordPress blog, and I decided that was too hard, so I went in another direction with the website that I'm still working on. Websites, because I don't know how to design them, will take me forever. Another quote. Lots of sketches. I really still like the way that turned out. The hand is a little off, but it's a Card Captors fan art, but with a different lady. I really like the way that turned out as well. Really like the way I bow. Some of this is Zelda related. If I needed to remember something, I'd put it in here. More drawings. Breath of the Wild doodles. We've got a lot of doodles in here. Breath of the Wild armor upgrades. More doodles. These are, I guess, the beginning of where Naname and Ryu, my two OCs, came in. They are twins. I was trying out some new stamps and some new ink. This was obviously, I was trying to buy stuff and I didn't want it to go over too much, so I was doing math on that page. Doodles and things that I bought, and it's pretty much my entire year flung out. Da 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 da. So we just have things that were interesting to me and stuff like that. I had stream game ideas, which I actually started streaming in 2017, so that's pretty exciting. Sometimes I put little poems, as you can see there, in front of pictures. Again, these are not as good as I've definitely gotten better. Another quote, and this one is from Tanaka-kun is Always Listless. That's one of my favorite anime. I am literally Tanaka-kun embodied, and I so enjoy him. I hate my gallbladder. I was just, like, when I get really, really angry, sometimes I just need to write down my feelings. I was really mad at my gallbladder. And this was, I think I was planning prices to what hobonichis I was getting for 2018. Space Kraken. These are all testers, so I would write things and see if they went over to the next page. I wanted to make a stamp set, so these were ideas for that. Again, Breath of the Wild stuff, some more stamp testers, stamps, more pictures, stamp haul. This is originally what I was going to all get, and I ended up getting a fraction of it. It's usually what happens. I pick things out and then I don't get them. That was my surgery day. This is an idea called Rollerwind Revolution, which is the original idea for the Rollerwind, which I did 30 days, my Inktober, that's it. So the Inktober story is a prelude to Rollerwind Revolution. And this was the original idea for it. That's where that came from. It's the original spread. I started to try and journal for a little bit, but again, that was just because my gallbladder was sick, so I didn't really want to draw. And then this is the script for my gallbladder video. I couldn't do that video without a script. There was just so much that was happening during that time. More script for the gallbladder video. This is from the Doodle Bug Haul. This is notes for Final Fantasy stuff. I was thinking of doing a logo. I've been thinking about doing a logo forever. We're already in the 4th month. Jeez. So it's another poem and then a drawing based on that poem. I was actually published in a college magazine for one of my poems was actually published in a college magazine. So I just do poems sometimes. It's just what I do. So this is a great place for me to be creative without having to worry about what other people think. This is another quote. Again, every month I do a quote. I don't know why I keep telling you. I'm gonna have to blur this page out. This is a doctor's appointment that I needed to write notes on. This is my favorite mac and cheese recipe. Learn new draw weekly ideas. Again, these are all just notes. This is what I do with my hobonichi. And I don't feel like more notes for Rollerwind. I don't feel like it's a waste, honestly. I really like the way, like, I do packing lists sometimes. These are all cruise things that I just jotted down, what I remembered. And then empty for a little bit, and then I go back. Oh, couldn't flick. This is another doctor's appointment, so we're just going to skip that page there, even though there's some art. This is a timeline figure out for Naname's Gift, which is a book I wrote in high school. Another quote. More doodles. I love hand lettering, so sometimes I do hand lettering. Wanted to try a blocky Minecraft style. Didn't work out so well. Storytime ideas. some Splatoon fan art. I was just drawing the camper. Again, this is at the time I was in the camper in New Jersey. My little beans, she's so cute. Let's see. I definitely got poses and bodies down better. It's really good to go back in here to see how far I've come. Again, I was in Jersey, so, like, yeah. I bought things, so there's notes in here. My hand is really cold. It's cold in here. Sometimes I don't use paper, sometimes I do. Again, this is going to be sitting on my desk for a while. Just stuff I knew I wanted to put. Notes, and then I started using it again. So I skipped a whole month because I was gone. And then this is more when I started using it again to quote. I do quotes all the time. It's my favorite thing to do. I always go out of my way to do the quotes. So yeah, the papers sometimes are hard to flip. There we go. More doodles of Ryu and Name. This is a to-do list. Future shopping list, which I actually got some of that stuff for Christmas. September, we've got another quote, and then we go back into it. So we've got some doodles, some Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty and Bill Cipher for some reason. Questions I have, a note or a script for Animal Crossing, which I don't think I posted. Sometimes I write a script and then I decide I don't want to use it. So some of those you'll see in here. Some to-do lists for games, art supply wish list, Naname's gift idea of a different way to story, expressions, planner redesign, if I wanted to design like the cover or something. Inktober daily videos, which I don't think I can do. Inktober videos, well, I did, but I felt like I couldn't do, so I really made like rules and stuff. Swatch pages for some stuff I got from Michael's. We've got a planner idea and some doodles and more ideas about stories and more Rollerwind stuff. This is for the prologue. These are all notes for the Rollerwind prologue. I think almost all of the Rollerwind prologue stuff is written in here. I started in September. I started doing the Inktober stuff in September. So I started really early writing them down. I didn't do the art until the beginning of October, but I did the story and the planning out way before then. Way before then. So this is actually not known, and I don't think I want to share it. You know, I want to share it. So Naname's gift is actually a 3-part series with the 3 main characters taking the lead. The first book is based on Naname, her backstory. You get to know all about her childhood, and it's from her point of view. Ryu's, and it's about her twin brother, Ryu. Sorry, I can't. You can hear my voice is like straining because I've been talking for 23 minutes. The second book is actually Kei's arc. Kei is like a love interest in the Naname book. Kei and Naname I consider to be partners. And his book is the second one. So from his point of view, you get to learn all about him. You get to learn about how their families entwine and exactly what happens from there. So the first book they fell in love, the second book they find out that their families knew each other before they did. So that's a little sneak peek, I guess. I really get excited about the Naname's gift series because it's really near and dear to my heart. I've been writing it since high school and I love it so much. So I made a big Blick order, so that's all the stuff I ordered. Day 3 of Inktober. An idea, we've got day 6 somehow. Got some doodles, some garnet doodles. I think that was garnet before I doodled. Day 7, which I started doing. Day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11. This is all Inktober stuff. Day 12, day 13, 14, 15. This is all the script that I read from. Day 16 is oddly missing. Huh. Day 17, day 18, day 19, 20, 21. And this just goes all the way until the end of Inktober. If you guys are interested in my Inktober story, it's still up. You can still watch it even though it's January. I put a lot of work into it, I swear. Okay, so this is a script for one of the videos on my gaming channel where BlizzCon is a thing, and it came out, and I watched the whole thing, and I take very intricate notes. This is all BlizzCon notes. And then when I was done with the video, I'd put a check mark next to it so I knew which script I used and which script I didn't. Again, you can barely read it, it's so tiny of just all the bulleted notes. More BlizzCon notes, more BlizzCon notes, more BlizzCon notes. This was a lot of BlizzCon notes. Everybody thinks I just crank out video. I like put a lot of work into my videos. I really do, I swear. Okay, so this is all about the Q&A of BlizzCon, more Q&A BlizzCon stuff, more Q&A BlizzCon stuff. I was doing math, so there you go. And then I think that's it. Let me check, but I think that's it. There is a page back here that I don't want you to see because I have passwords on there. Art supply stuff. I don't know what that means. I was probably trying to buy more things, which is never good. Oh, this is just anime that I wanted to watch that I haven't watched yet, which is just in the craft paper in the back. And that's some passwords that I don't want you to see. And then at the very back is also passwords, I believe. Yep. So we'll just flip to the end here because it's over. Isn't that sad? So 2017 with a close. That's what I use my hobonichi for. I mostly use it for YouTube and creative stuff if I need to write a script or if I need to do Inktober or something like that. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm a really big fan of what I use it for. And even though there's a lot of blank pages, it really feels like it's my year in a book. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next year for hopefully more planner videos.